So, you like to play games, do you? And you think you're rather clever? And you're not afraid? Well, not very afraid. Very well, Dungeon Master. Bring on your brightest and your boldest. But remember, I play only the end game. And I always win in the end.
Hey, did it work?
Hello. It worked. I see us.
I see us. But do we hear...
I see people.
Do we hear us? Do they hear us? That's
Yes.
the important question.
Yes, they hear us because I just heard us. Because I unmuted the stream. Hello. Hello, Brendan and the Quins. Hello, Will Toy Clearance. Hello, everybody in podcast land. Hello, everybody on YouTube, because I can't forget them. And, of course, hello, everybody that may or may not join in on a video on demand on Twitch. Good evening. How you doing?
I think we've covered all...
well.
Is that all the things we're on?
Yeah,
Spotify.
Spotify, yes.
Spotify. We're on Spotify. Yeah, that's about it.
Unless, of course, we manage to condense the podcast in video format onto Instagram as well.
No. God almighty. You're going to have to actually get somebody else to do that.
Snapchat.
Tumblr. Oh.
Great.
Great. I mean, we have already spoken about our branching out opportunities. There is a clear goal here, right?
Oh, yeah. Pornhub, yes, that's one.
We've been over Pornhub. Pornhub is the next evolution.
We have not come all over Pornhub.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be TGWPIS Comes to Pornhub. Blowing your mind with content.
Two guys blow their load all over the place. Oh, dear. Local radio.
That would be interesting. I mean, that's not... it's not like I don't have 20... Do the math. 124 episodes of content. So it's not like that this could be like I literally have how many I have a year, almost a year and a half. Next week I will have a year. I mean, we technically have a year and a half's worth of content.
Wow.
2.5 years worth of content.
That's crazy.
But here's the question, and here's the thing I always ask myself. James, you have all this content. What does it cost? And by what does it cost? I mean memory wise. How much does it cost to hold three? A lot of time. I think we've done the math on how much audio time it is. It's something like 3 weeks of audio, or like a week of just straight audio.
You've got to be at least coming up for what, 10 terabytes?
No. Not terabytes.
No, for straight audio.
Each show is anywhere between 1 gig to 2 gigs. So
you bought what 250 gig?
I will tell you, because I happen to have all 3 things, season 1, 2, and 3 in folders in an external hard drive. 234 gigs.
Wasn't far off. Was not.
That
far
is
off.
all the audio and video.
TGWPIS on vinyl. Now that is an idea as a special edition.
We did do some postmodern jukebox for a while in our opening music, so it could definitely work. Yeah, I mean we're in a lot of things. We don't hide where we are. I mean,
our fingers are in a lot of pies.
I mean, they're like right there and over there, and like right above us. We don't hide it. Cassette mixtape. Now we can't make our own cassette mixtape, though. Through the wonders of clipping, we may or may not actually have a collage for the end of the year show.
Ooh.
Yeah, we may actually get a bit of that. Speaking of which, should we show the clip from last week?
Yes, we should.
All right.
Yes.
This is something I would like to institute, Will. It's something that I think could be very important going forward, and I think we should give credit where credit is due and show the clips every week.
Yes.
Or at least the top clips. We're only getting one right now, which I'm happy that we're even getting clips. We asked and people are delivering. Will's toy clearance. And I'm happy to reciprocate the love that is shown to us by having things clipped.
Hey, we got to give them love.
For those of you now listening to this, a clip is a Twitch thing where people take their favorite snippet of the show, and they wait, I have this as a media thing. Did I have it download? I do. I've even started a specific folder for it.
Do you know there was a way to actually upload these clips to Instagram as well?
No.
There is. There honestly is. Because Tom on Twitter, was it Wednesday or Thursday? He was asking about it, and apparently you can get the Instagram app on Windows 10, and you can upload them that way.
That's it. You used the word app in Windows 10, and it made me cringe.
I know. But all right, a program from Windows.
There you go. Thank you. So we're adding a media source here. We're doing it live. We're going to call this clip.
Well, while you're sorting the clip out, may I introduce both of ourselves? My name is Lardteamaker, aka Will McKellar, the Reverend Lardteamaker of the Church of Latter-day Dudes. And joining me, as always, just across to my right here, it is Mr. Technical, Mr. Editor. It's Mr. James Atkinson.
And we haven't ever really given ourselves titles in what this could or couldn't, what we may.
This
or
is
may
on this
not
thing and
call
said,
this.
"Well, don't worry, we can take care of it." Yeah.
We called this.
So are you going to be looking
Hello,
through our
Dougie.
computer? I said, "Well, part of it we have to
Hang
do
on.
a full scan of all the
just
files
started,
and everything on the computer."
We're gonna mute
Oh,
it
we just
real quick because I want to. No. Okay.
Here comes the technical bits.
It's fine. I have this under control. This is what happens when you add a source immediately and it's like, I'm going to play now, guys. And you're like, oh.
It's like, no. You want my attention. You want me to load up. You're going to get me now.
Let's not do it that way, though. Hang on. Because as good as that is, and as easy as that is,
yeah,
I can't hear it. And don't the viewers want my reaction as well as yours?
Yes.
Is on this thing. I said,
they
well,
should.
don't worry. Isn't that the point of this? I mean, there are entire sessions of this show that have just been literally based on my reaction to stuff.
Yeah, because you just get mine and Chris's reaction of. Is
Is he gonna pass out?
Yeah. Is he going to calm down with his friend? Because bloody hell, he's turning bright purple.
There it is. Everybody, this is VLC Media Player, as you can see. I think you can see. This is on the same.
Yes. Now there's something we haven't heard or used in a while.
Is it gonna do
This
it?
is on this thing. I said, well, don't worry. We can.
It's not gonna
Don't
do
know.
it. What the hell? Of course it's never. Why do you do this to me? You're tearing me apart.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. See, this is what happens when Chris isn't around, and like I get to actually mess with technical bits with you guys on stream. We get to like actually see what's going on here. Okay.
This is the technical ramble.
Technically, we could just play it and listen to it, and it would be like you're listening to the audio podcast, and then everybody would be included. But you know, that's not how we do this. Yes, I want to remove that. So let's just do it the way I had it. Unless, oh, this could get real weird. Yeah.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, you have a rather rare and insightful
There we go.
moment of James discussing and brainstorming with himself and us to how best to do this
All right.
for you guys.
There we go. Now we got it. It's sketchy, but it works. So here we go. Everybody enjoy the clip from last week.
This is on this thing. I said, well, don't worry. We can take care of it. Like, yeah. So are you gonna be like looking through our computer? I said, well, part of it we have to do a full scan of all the files and everything on the computer. Oh, we just to warn you, we do amateur porn. I just kind of stared at them and I went, okay. They're like, so you might find some stuff in there. I went, okay. They're like, so don't be weirded out. And I went, okay.
Okay.
I'm like, they're like, yeah, it's in this folder specifically. I'm like,
And obviously, then there's the one
my
from last week.
crude ass head, in my very limited understanding of the English accent. But what? Are you fucking a human T-Rex? Is that what you are? You fucking daft now.
That's the thing is I pictured that too, like just
That-
as cartoonish as possible.
Exactly. That's just like the worst accent possible. Like, oh, you fucking T-Rex now, yeah.
Moments.
Like
like this
literally an
will be-
American's
will be
attempt
appearing
at
on
the British
End of
accent.
Year show.
So that's that.
Yep.
We're gonna do that from going forward now. Yeah. So those are clips. You should do them. They're lots of fun. They help us create content for you guys, so that we can see we create content that you then earmark for helping us to create more content to create content for you guys. So it's a very reciprocal thing here.
Conception.
Contentception? You don't want it to be called conception. That's something completely different. By the way, coming soon to Pornhub, TGWPIS Conception. That's episode 1. We've named it. Now we just
Two
need-
guys, one cast.
It's just gonna be. No, it's just gonna be like podcast 3-way.
Ooh. And then we have a guest to foursome.
An English. 2 guys with sexy accents get together. What happens next will blow your mind. The titles will
Well.
write themselves.
See what you did there.
Oh
The puns will play out.
God, I've got tons of them. It's almost like I sit all week thinking, how can I make the show interesting? What?
It's like beard stroking meetings, you know.
Exactly. We would like to tell you that there's lots of dialogue. That me and Will are constantly in dialogue about what went well, what didn't go well. There's really not. There's really nothing. Oh, good. It's the clipping of the clips. See what I mean?
Clip squared.
It's clip squared. It's clip squared.
It's happening.
It's happening. This is. We did ask for it. I will say we did ask for this.
It's one of those times where we did ask for that.
We did ask for that. Yeah, we can 100% agree that that was something that we did ask for, and we're gonna have to live with that consequences now. I mean,
Yep.
I mean, there is a reason why we have this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I don't have to anymore.
Well, it's so everybody can do it along with you.
Facepalm with lard.
Face palm with lard. Usually when James opens his mouth about something. Yeah.
Or when lard can't find the content on Pornhub he's looking for.
Yeah, or that too. Oh, no, no. Then you have to go to this. This is the one you go to next. It's rage. It's rage.
Yeah, that's when you want to get your soapbox. You just stand up there and just bleat at them.
It's just sad.
And then you
sad.
start talking.
Yeah, and then you start talking. Yes, but we must talk about something because obviously we know soon is going to be an end of an era.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an end of an era, everybody. Tumblr's getting rid of the porn.
Yep. No more bongo on Tumblr.
The dumpster fire. Now the thing is, this is my question about this. All right, I'm confused because number one, I don't Tumblr.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. Like, I just assumed it's where all the crazy people went on the internet. Like, it's like where the other, like the people who couldn't conform on like Facebook and like Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram and MySpace and DeviantArt. Well, probably the people from DeviantArt, like, all went. Because Tumblr's a weird place. Like I've been on, like, the Adult Swim message boards.
Yeah.
I've been on 4chan. And I've been on Reddit. And, like, Tumblr's fucking weird. And the question is, what are they going to do without the porn?
It's going to collapse like a flan in a cupboard, mate. Because as we
they've
all
already
know,
gotten
the
their
porn industry is the cutting edge of where everyone goes to.
That's the problem, though. It's like, I just think about this, and it's really weird. It's just like, where do people go? Like,
they're gonna have to find.
They got their
else
app
now.
banned off the iTunes store because of porn. All right.
Mhm.
So do they put in stricter moderation practices? Do they try and up their spam botting? Do they really try to crack down on like adult filtering content? No, let's just get rid of all the porn.
Yeah. So you mean it's no longer on IFAP?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not.
That's we need a moment of silence for that because that's
press
big.
F to pay respects for Pornhub on Tumblr.
There we go. There's a moment of silence.
I'm pulling up a clip on YouTube here.
Mm.
And I think it's going to pull up, explain exactly what is going to be exactly what we're expecting. Actually, I need to like make sure that it's the right one.
Because maybe they make their own version of Tumblr and call it Fumbler.
That's Thumbler.
It's a bit of Fumbler when you're fumbling around in it.
Like Thumbler. Will's Toy Clowns, thank you for the host. I'm glad you waited for like this long to get it in there. You got a good one.
Beg your pardon.
You got a good point. Yeah, no, you heard what I said. I meant every word of it.
Good.
Look, Janice, Denise, Tiffany, Amber.
All right, yep. This is the clip. Okay. All right, so we're gonna pull it over here. We're gonna make it this mode. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna pull that up. Ready for this? Because this pretty much explains what my thought is on Tumblr.
Look,
let's do
Janice,
it.
Denise, Tiffany, Amber, Thiessen. Let me go ahead and share a little something special with you that I like to call Perry's Perspective. 1, If someone's standing in front of me in line at the coffee shop and they can't decide what they want in the half hour it took to get to the register, I should be allowed to kill them. 2, I'm fairly sure if they took porn off the internet, there'd only be one website left, and it'd be called Bring Back the Porn. 3, and most...
If they took the porn off the internet, there would only be one webpage that said, "Bring back the porn." that is going to be Tumblr. Now, that being said, genitalia and various things can still be shown if they're for medical purposes or art.
Yeah, but you know they're not gonna differentiate properly between art and porn, are they?
Well, what if it's just erotic interpretive dance? Riddle me this, Batman.
But how far is it before you go, hang on, that man swinging his wang about is not interpretive dance, it's just being in a helicopter.
Well, that's just your perspective, man.
It's not a perspective I want to see.
I'm not saying it's gonna be great. I'm just like looking at it like how does your platform, like, you've got to have traffic, all right? Like, Tumblr has traffic. I don't know how many people use Tumblr. It could be 12 people, it could be 200 people. Winkle, or do you...
No.
This is going exactly the way I expected it to. So, it just, like, we're going to make our platform more popular by removing the porn. As sad as this says in the year of 2018, almost 2019, that's not how you grow.
Nope.
You find a way to embrace the porn and shove it into a small little hole where it can be nice, safe, and warm, where people can find it if they need to, but otherwise can hide themselves. And
even
yes,
Gary,
that is context for you. That was meant 100%. I mean, there's obviously let's look at it. Yeah, it makes sense that, like, they want to do this. It's not going to help them.
Yeah, because they're just trying to clean it up for more family orientated. But the problem is with that, look at Facebook. Facebook now, compared to Twitter, is not as popular anymore.
Well, let's I compare it to this. It's like you go to your favorite pub, right? And you like going to your pub, but then out of nowhere, like, you go to your pub and, like, it's good, but, like, some days are slow. Then, like, on, like, a Tuesday, they start karaoke. Like, things aren't going good when your pub, which is, like, people just go and have a drink at, starts karaoke on a Tuesday. I've never seen that really work. It may work for a little bit. And for one of the places I went to, it worked just fine until there was a rap battle in one of the karaoke's and somebody got shot.
Yeah, that was a little extreme moment, though, really, isn't it? I mean,
but
that tarnishes it.
There was no karaoke after that point. Like, all's fun and games until, like, somebody gets shot. But at the same time, like, there was the one guy who was, like, we had the one guy also who was, like, 350 pounds, but could just belt out any Billy Joel song there was. He did Italian Restaurant, and, like, this is a bar, like, and he was, like, in, like, his like, late 30s, early 40s, and, like, it was his pub, and he had a bunch of young kids were there who didn't know anything, and he'd been drinking there for a while. But he goes up there and belts Italian Restaurant, and the entire place is singing "Bottle of Red, Bottle of White," because, like, it was great. But it was like, then the next day, like, somebody does a rap song that somebody doesn't agree with, and somebody gets shot.
Thank God this doesn't happen at Marioki down at Loading every month.
But hang on. Like, but Loading Bar, there's a certain expectation. Like, it's already a video game themed bar.
Yeah.
I'm talking about if you, like, go to, like, the place across the street.
Well, I would, but that's closed down. Do you know why it's closed down? Because no one wants to take up the rule of no swearing in the pub.
Why would you not swear in the pub?
See, I know that, and you know that, and the wonderful people sitting in our chat at the moment know that. But the landlord just wants it to be more family friendly.
But it's a
pub.
It's a pub. like, make it a restaurant then. Like, make it not serve alcohol. Like,
Yeah.
What does alcohol do? Alcohol lowers the inhibitions of most people. What happens when people's inhibitions get lowered? Shit happens. Whether it's swearing, whether it's fighting, whether it's fucking, or whether it's leaving your pants in the bathroom.
Yes, like a fox.
Yes.
Seemed to happen a lot more once alcohol was involved.
Yeah, so like that just doesn't make any sense. All right? Like removing the porn from Tumblr. Okay. All right. Stupid business decision, but ultimately for the greater good of something, right? And it can create themselves to be an expectation of certain like that. Maybe they're going for the tween audience. I don't know. They'll just start like showing ninja streams on it, and then you go, it's going to be the best thing since hot bread. Foreshadowing. Going on.
Ninja fun pub.
But it's like not swearing at the pub.
It just doesn't seem natural at all, does it? It makes you go.
It's
what?
like a Millwall fan not screaming "fuck you, Millwall." It's against the very genetic code of everything, right? Like, in a sense, a pub where swearing is not allowed is a family restaurant. See, the problem is the guy wants to have a pub because he doesn't want to have to serve good food, but he doesn't want to have to deal with people getting alcohol drunk and swearing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. You have to decide. Are you a pub and you serve booze and take what comes with that? Or are you a family restaurant, in which case you have to serve better food?
And then you become like a Weatherspoon, so it's like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly that, Gary. Any of you cunts want to drink? You're out. You're barred.
Being barred from the bar, man. That's
yeah.
really low. I mean, like, granted, you're talking to the guy who got thrown out of Cheers, so you know. That's a story for a different time. That was my younger years. There's reasons why I have these scars. They're not good ones.
That sounds like a fireside chat story. You know, when you're there, you're in a rocking chair in a cardigan with a fire on, and you got a glass of cognac.
If so be it. Actually, I will do this for the holiday special. I'm not going to tell you how I got thrown out of Cheers. I'm going to tell you guys a story. This is a story I wrote. I one man showed this at an improv at UConn. Told this story and it killed. And it was my first visit to college when I was 15, and my first experience with beer pong.
Okay.
I will lead that in. That's not next week. It's the week after. It's the Saturday special. Yep. It's a very TGWPIS Christmas. And the only reason why we're doing it then, and we're not doing it tonight, and we're not doing it tomorrow, next week. Well, obviously we know why we're not doing it next week.
Yeah, but they don't. We do. They don't.
You will find out next week, but we won't tell you. But the reason I'm not doing it tonight, and the reason I'm not doing it next week, and the reason I'm doing it on Saturday, it needs an audience. The story only gets better the more people that listen to it. And the more people that are listening to it live, not only in chat, but also in there, it adds to the mirth of the story. It's also how I got my drinking nickname, which is Bread.
Why? Because you ended up with yeast.
Nope.
Wait and see.
You're gonna have to figure out for next year. Wait 2 weeks. Wait 2 weeks. for the wonderful story that's going to be how that we'll call it. It's how James got his drinking nickname. It's
I
also
thought you
not
were
one of
gonna
my
say how
prouder.
James got his drink back.
That's the sequel.
He went up to the bar after he finished the first one.
We were 15. I didn't go to the bar. Couldn't.
Oh yeah, you got someone else to go up to the bar for you.
No.
Excuse me, mister.
Not even there.
Wow.
I will change people's names as part of the story as well. I don't want people who were at this to, I know for a fact they don't listen to this at all. But if they ever did, I don't want them to ever be able to point at this and say, oh shit. Needless to say, it's not a raunchy story. There's nothing graphic. There is no arresting involved. But young kids at the time in our lives where this thing was kind of accepted and strange. It's an interesting thing. I'm talking it up a little bit, but you have to show up in 2 weeks on the Saturday show. A very TGWPIS Christmas.
So yeah. Hashtag tease.
Hashtag. It's not gonna be a rant, which is gonna be strange. Like, it's gonna be me talking at you guys, but not ranting about something.
It's going to be like an anecdote, isn't it, really, for you?
It's a long
Just
anecdote.
anecdotal. So
Yeah.
we'll get him a big book so he can sit there.
Yeah.
Just sit back.
I mean,
relax.
I have a smoking jacket. If need be, I will put it on for it.
It's your coat turned inside out.
No, I have a smoking jacket. I have a Hugh Hefner smoking jacket.
Just wait for the Playboy model to just turn up all around
I
you.
also just have a bathrobe. I could just sit in my bathrobe. Essentially the same thing. Essentially, my bathrobe's better. It's made out of fleece. Which is nice these times of year. Smoking jacket and a pipe. Yes. Come now.
Yeah.
Stay a while and listen to the story I have to tell.
Yeah.
Yes, but let's not think about things. Let's F in chat play respects to Tumblr and the death of whatever it was.
Death of
We
porn.
barely knew ye.
There we go. There's the F to play respects.
F to pay respects.
Shall we talk about video games?
Sure. I mean, Tumblr has video games on it, or did. I mean,
Not
I don't know
porn
what
ones
Tumblr.
anymore.
I don't know what Tumblr had on it. Neither did Tumblr, apparently. They probably pulled it up and went, why did we get banned? Oh, God, where'd all the porn come from?
So, I see boobs, oh no.
It's ruining my Christian values.
Thou shalt not stare at boobs for long times.
Oh, God. Whole Adam and Eve thing. I mean, like apples
That
and
goddamn
serpents
shame.
and in Garden of Sin. I mean, it's just all metaphor, man. Anyways, video games. There was an award show that happened.
Yes, the Jeff Keighley show, as we should call it. The Jeff Keighley, I don't know whether I want an show or me mates to let me show my, my game trailers to people. That's what it felt like, again.
I mean, I didn't watch it because I didn't care. Because essentially, this is the high level of journalism I do for you guys on a daily basis. I could watch the video game awards. I could watch every single moment of it. I could sit there and look through all the stuff, or I could just go to Wikipedia the day after and look at all the winners for you guys.
Which is what you did, because I watched some of it. I was, with family stuff going on that people know about, and if you don't look at Twitter, some of it, I got back late, and I'm talking about, you're looking about 1:20 in the morning. So I was pretty much up and awake around the time of it starting, so I couldn't get to sleep properly. So I thought, bugger it, I'll watch a little bit of it. And yeah, it just felt the same as it has the past couple of years. I mean, there has been some good moments in there, like when we get around to it saying the game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good choice. I like that choice. But again,
There's really
It's the Jeff Keighley show.
there's only like one thing I don't agree with
Mm.
in all of these. And we're not going to list all the stuff to you. I think we're just going to go down to like the big hitters. Cuz ultimately, do you guys care about what is the best esports team? I mean, unless you want us to start covering esports, in which case we'll figure something out. But essentially, it's not our cup of tea. Best esport event was apparently the World League of Legends World Championship. I mean, I kind of have to agree with that. The only reason is because did you guys not see the music videos that came out for that?
No.
They made a pop group out of characters from League of Legends and had them sung by actual different artists. They basically Alan Parsons Project, a Korean pop group. Which I'm fine with. It's actually a really freaking catchy song. If you haven't listened to it, it's by KDA, which also is a very fun pun. But anyways, let's just go up the top and work our way down. I'm looking at the Wikipedia list. Game of the year is God of War. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Game direction, God of War. Once again, fine with that. Narrative, Red Dead Redemption 2. I can agree with that.
I can't because I haven't played it, so can't say.
I played it. I think it's slowly paced, but plays like a Western and it taps all the different things. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it. Action game is Dead Cells. Very surprised and happy by this indie game showing up. In a category that's very like I think Blops and stuff were in that category, so I'm happy that it beat out those ones. Role playing game is Monster Hunter World. I'm fine with it. It was definitely one of the bigger RPGs. It's also nice because it was released in January. So it's like a game that was released early on in the year that actually survived through till the end of the year for award season. Best action adventure was God of War. Best fighting game is Dragon Ball Z Fighter. Once again, perfectly fine with all those. Going down the list, score, music, and audio design were both Red Dead. Makes sense. This is the one I have issue with right here.
Mm-hmm.
Best performance. Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan in Red Dead.
Yeah.
He was good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he played an emotional performance and stuff. I still think Mike Judge should have got it. That's my argument.
Yeah.
I think Mike Judge was more impactful.
I did see Christopher Judge. Christopher Judge pop up with the kid who played Atreus as well to host an award, and we were waiting for that one moment. And he was just like, he went, "Read it, boy," and the place just popped.
Yep. Yeah.
Because it needed to happen. It needed to be done. So.
Yeah. Like that's my one thing. Like it's not taking away from Roger Clark's performance. Like,
yeah.
Like that game, if you played through Red Dead, it's an emotional train wreck that he's on. But it's like, I think Judge like did it in a shorter time frame, like was more impactful because God of War was a shorter game. So it was more impactful for a shorter time. And like once again latched on to me more. All right, moving down from this Fortnite, best ongoing game. Yeah,
I can agree with that one.
Best strategy game was Into the Breach. I'm really happy about this. You'll see why.
You were about this last week, weren't you?
We'll talk about this next week.
Mm-hmm.
About it. But I'm really happy about Into the Breach. I'm very happy about that. It's good to see because it's an indie game, but it's done by the guys who did FTL. So very good with that. We're not gonna sports and racing game was Forza 4. I mean, it's not FIFA or Madden, so I can't complain. I knew it wasn't going to be Football Manager, though I will lobby that Football Manager may technically be a strategy game more than a sports game.
Yeah, I think it's a sim management rather than a sports.
True, but yep, so Forza's there. Multiplayer game, Fortnite won that. Independent game was Celeste. I know there's a lot of hype around Celeste. I agree with that. That's fine. Yes, it's great. You only need one button to win at Football Manager. It's space bar until the summer, and then space bar until January. Rinse and repeat. Win the Champions League, like I do with Corby Town. By the way, Corby Town, call me anytime. Happy to manage you. Happy to be there. By the way, that is a goal of the podcast. is to get big enough one day that I can actually buy a kit sponsorship for Corbytown FC. So they say TGWPIS on the front.
Yes, we need to do that.
So why do you do that? Why wouldn't you? There's a great story, and I'll have to pull it up eventually. It was a Vice story about a guy who does like the FIFA Road to Legends, and like he's not good, but he plays FIFA, and he's a YouTuber, and he made enough money, and he found out the team was going defunct, so he became a majority investor in the team, and he has a kit sponsorship, so he can play FIFA with the team that wears his YouTube channel on their kit, and I'm like.
That's a great story.
Bravo! Like helping a football club avoid, termination, debarment, big props, but also like going out there for that kind of stuff. That's a great thing. A whole 10 pounds needs raising. Hey, we do. You never know. Corbytown's. I mean, they could be in the Premier Divisions. Yeah, so because they're in the division. Evo Stick Division South Central, and they can go into the Division South Premier. They're in second place. Again. Yeah, gotta love that pyramid. Gotta love that pyramid, man. Moving on from those, I don't know, the indie debut esports game was Overwatch. There's my 10 to buy. There you go. We're already on our way to that Corbytown sponsorship. Am I gonna have to create a bar that says sponsoring Corbytown FC? Help us. That's gonna be like a weird check for Will to take down. Like walk like the mile down the street.
Yeah. We James sets it all up and goes, "Hey, we'd like to sponsor you. We have our podcast on your shirts. How much for doing that? £100." Yeah, okay, we can do that.
we can make that work. What's the weirdest thing you've done all year? My podcast, my video game podcast, sponsors a football team in England. What? How's that for an icebreaker question? What's your elevator pitch? That's my elevator pitch. Oh.
Though, to be honest, I think it's going to cost more than £100.
I think so too. Don't get me wrong. Like,
for maybe one game.
For like one game, I think it'd be freaking hilarious. There's actually a YouTuber. This is a great one that they found the football. He plays for Crew Alexandra, and his name is Perry Ng, NG.
Right.
His last name. And part of what they do, because they're in lower leagues, or whatever, I forget what team he's at, but he's in the lower leagues. You can sponsor a player for a year, and like they'll read out like the players' names as they run out, and they'll say sponsored by, and then you can do a group of stuff that they have every year. Him and his group of people every 300 pounds to sponsor the player, because he gets him every year on FIFA, and they love him, and like Perry Ng follows the series that he's on and wants to play FIFA. It's great. It's just like that moment where like things collide and it becomes just like, and like he's done things where like he calls like the department to do that, so he's on the phone with the rep, live streaming, like getting the sponsorship for Perry NG. They start GoFundMe's. It's like, is that time of the year, folks? Time to get the GoFundMe up to sponsor Perry NG. Why could you not like the Evo Stick Premier League Gorillas? Yeah, it's held by Gorilla Glue. So best esports game is Overwatch. I dare say that it's probably League, because League is bigger, or Fortnite, mainly because Fortnite has $100 million prize pool that they're doing for next year, which is more than all of esports combined for this year, but could be wrong. And the rest of it's just esports stuff that we don't really care about. Content creator of the year is Ninja.
Not surprised.
Who is surprised on this? I'm not. Nobody's surprised on this. Like, and we're not going to argue with it either. There's no way you can argue with it.
Hey, whoa. I can argue with it. Just,
Okay. Give me your...
slightly... Us, damn it.
Yeah, but we haven't played Fortnite with Deli Alley.
I don't care. We're much better.
I'm not saying that... Well, the guy does 8 16-hour days. Like 2 8-hour streams a day. Every day.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like, I don't fault the guy. The worth ethic... You know, I can't say a bad thing about Ninja. I mean, he did say the N-word, but, you know.
Yep. That was kind of like a moment, you know, but yeah, people seem to have forgiven him for that, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's the court of public opinion, and
Mhm.
you know, people are quick to judge, but also quick to take it. You know, they take it away, they bring it back. It's blah blah blah. Hey, it's fine. I'm fine with it. So ultimately, no surprise.
So yeah, yeah, I mean the awards themselves again. There wasn't every single one of them wasn't a safe choice, which is nice. You know, Dead Cells, for example, that was a good to see. The God of War, good to hear, good to see. Not quite surprised with Red Dead Redemption 2, but I still think it's a little early for this year. I think it's
not a lot of like of the major ones. I mean, like you've got Sony Studios, Sony Santa Monica did God of War, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So they did that, but ultimately, like, not a ton of crazy, like, out of control stuff here. Like, none that you would, like, really think and see and go, huh, all right, that's different. That's stranger than I'm used to. And I'm happy about that. You know, like, you don't seeing EA just in every category, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
You're not seeing, I mean, like, Rockstar's there, but Rockstar hasn't made a game in 6 years.
I mean, even though Jeff Keighley was on about getting AAA companies to, you know, get together and talk about stuff, it's like, no, Jeff, no. Even though moment of the show as well was having the boss of Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo America on.
I think we lost you there, Will.
Are we back?
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, it was like I'd say the moment of the show as well was having Sony America, Microsoft America, and Nintendo America on stage at the same time. That's a nice little touch.
And Hideo Kojima was there too.
Well, yeah, because he's great mates with old Jeff Clang. What he basically said, he went, my good mate Hideo is like, dude, okay, fair enough, because I've done it myself in time.
Hideo is great mates with Norman Reedus.
Mm-hmm.
We know this. It is fact. Yes. The dude let him mocap him naked. At least I'm pretty close to it, at least. So, I mean...
It's all right, he turned around, so he kept his modesty.
Why did Spider-Man not win anything? I'll tell you why. I think God of War is a better game. Spider-Man's good and is probably one of, if not the best superhero game ever made. But God of War has a more emotional story. Because where Spider-Man is about Spider-Man being Spider-Man,
mm-hmm.
God of War is about loss, finding yourself, trying to connect with a child. It is literally about being an adult. And like it is about like as God of War has aged. It is literally a metaphor for you as the gamer going, remember when we used to just murder shit for fun and like press O, X, circle, square, circle, move left stick left, move left stick right? We've evolved past that now. We have matured, and as we have matured, we need to show that we are mature and that we are mature to the younger generation. It is a metaphor for us as gamers as growing up.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. Which kind of, I can give us a bit of a for teas because we you know during our production meetings, but we do have occasionally ideas of, hey lad, are you free tonight for a phone call?
Here's the production meetings usually. Just like
But hopefully all being well for next week. We're looking at doing our games of the year, aren't we?
maybe with special guests.
If we can get them.
It'd be difficult, man. I don't know. Could be very difficult. But that's the Game Awards. So what do we? So let's look at our checklist here, Will.
Go.
Random. Talked about random shit for 30 minutes.
Yep.
Talked about relatively big in gaming news for about 20 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. That means we need to talk about what we've been playing and wrap this bitch up.
Okay then.
Doesn't that sound about right to you?
That sounds pretty spot on to me, matey.
All right.
It really does. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because it's pretty easy. I played Destiny 2 with 4 people.
Real people?
Real people. I was in
Holy
a
crap.
group of 4 of all real people in our clan, Bigelow Fine Tea. That is our clan. It's the best. It's the best tea since the 1980s. We rep hard, Bigelow Fine Tea, and we played Gambit as a team, and we won. It was weird. I had a message on my phone saying, "James, can you come play Destiny?"
You were like, my Destiny signal's going again.
No, it's weird. Like, people are inviting me to play a game of Destiny.
And you're falling for it every time.
I already own it. That's the thing. It's not like I'm putting more money into it. I've already bought the game. It's like No Man's Sky. I've already bought the game. What does it hurt checking out the new content? And I'm having fun.
Nice.
And I'm having fun with people. Which is really freaking weird. But I'm happy about it.
It's like, I should play just on my own. My pants.
I used to play it by myself. Now I can't. Now I log on and they're like, "Hey, you want to come run a mission with us?" And I'm like, "I don't. Oh, I was just gonna buy something at the vendor, but okay."
So let's go raid. Huh?
Yep. Not yet. We're close. We need 2 more people. 2 more people for raiding. So if anybody has Destiny and all the expansions, Bigelow Fine Tea, hit us up. So that was one thing I played. The next was I played a little bit of BattleTech because the new Firepoint expansion came out. Very fun, very interesting. Only played an hour of it, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to be going to Florida, and playing strategy games is what I do when I travel because you don't need online to play them. So,
and once you slip into them, the time just slips away.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing, also because you don't need online, you never know what the Wi-Fi is going to be like wherever you go. The other game I played, Stellaris, the 2.1 Megacorp DLC came out.
Right.
I'm debating on making the TGWPIS Megacorp.
I think that's an easy decision, really, isn't it?
Yeah, really. Are we a hive consciousness? Are we an AI computers? Are we a libertarian government, or are we a megacorp? And if we're a megacorp, are we a megacorp or are we a criminal syndicate?
I'd put that to the vote.
Well, we'll see. Once again, only played a couple minutes of it because guess what? It's a strategy game. Guess what I do? I take strategy games when I go on vacation places on my laptop. Also played Football Manager.
I'd be surprised if you didn't.
Yeah, no, it'd be a really weird day if I didn't play Football Manager. I'll be playing Football Manager after the stream ends because gotta edit. But we finished the first season. We won.
Hey.
We went undefeated. We didn't lose the game. We didn't even draw a game. We won every game. We're in the same league. Remember though, like I went and found all the really good regens in England, Germany, and Wales, North Ireland, and Ireland, and Scotland. And I bought them from all the lower league teams who didn't know what they had. So we have like a 15-year-old person in our team who's like, he's 15, but they call him the next Ryan Griggs.
So okay.
All right.
You snapped him up. I was like, yes, that
was the media description was. The problem is now is that we're a professional team. Everybody's coming like, oh, we want to buy your player. And I'm like, no. And then the board's just like, okay. And I'm like, no. And they're like, you're right. That's not a good idea. And I'm like, yeah. Just don't do it. And then transfer deadline day happens. And one of our best players got sold. To be fair, I bought him for £10 from a German club. We sold him for 1.3 million.
That's quite a hefty profit.
I'm gonna I could be very angry, but I'm like, well, we did make a lot of money on him.
We made a truckload of money.
We made a good profit. We're not gonna lie. We made a good profit. And I'm just sitting with that transfer money now too, because I don't need to go out into the transfer market, because I have 20 players, 20 to 25 players that are all between the ages of 18 to 15. Why do I need to buy talent? I have talent.
Hey, you're just building for the future.
Yeah, exactly.
In both ways.
And then, and the other thing too is the most important thing is that he went to back to Germany.
Yeah.
Which means we're not going to see him in England in the near future.
Because of the whole Brexit rules.
No, we haven't had Brexit rules yet. They haven't hit Brexit yet. But we won't see him, at least he's not like he went to Crew Alexandra or somebody higher up in the English pyramid. So we won't play against him nearly soon. The other interesting thing that I got is, remind you, he's 16. We sold him for £1.3 million. Guess what also was in the clause?
What's in the clause?
We get 40% of what he sold for later.
Wow. So if he goes for 20 million,
we get 40% of that. Guess where he went?
Real?
St. Pauli. They're in the Bundesliga too.
Yeah. He's
going to play there for a little bit, and then he's probably going to go to Bayern Munich for £20 million. And then I'm just going to be like,
give me the money.
Thank you very much. They're the board's like, you just got 20 million. You just got 10 million or 8 million pounds. I'm like, I know, right? They're like, yeah, see, we told you to show the guy. I'm like, well, if you didn't sell him, I could have moved him on to Real Madrid for 100 million, but you were jerks. But that's what it's like being in a lower league. It's just the board, we're going to sell the guy. And you're just you're not going to sell the guy. And they're like, oh yeah, we're not going to sell the guy. And I'm like, thank you for listening. I mean, it helps, by the way, TGWPIS FC, which our nickname, right? So, Corby Town's nickname is what? The Steelman, right?
Yes.
What is TGWPIS FC's nickname?
Sponsored, not sponsored?
No, the Streamers.
Oh.
And we have a TV contract.
On Twitch?
Yep, we get that. TGWPIS is exclusively TV contract to Twitch.tv. We stream our games on Twitch. By the way, that is probably something you should bring up to Corby Town FC. If they could probably stream their games on Twitch. It's
someone with a GoPro just directing it.
No, they wouldn't. They already record their games and post them on YouTube.
All right, okay.
Can't tell me you don't have Wi-Fi there.
Oh, I imagine they have Wi-Fi. I just think that their signal might be shit around there for boosting it, but you never know.
But that's the thing. It's once again, we're forward thinking here at TGWPIS, right? We were speaking about this earlier. It's about taking the podcast. How do we take it to the next level and do an area thing? Okay, we make it live because we're going to do an audio show anyways. Might as well do it video and get in more interesting content. Help build a community. What has happened? 2.5 years later, we built a community. We have content that comes out relatively on time for things. So we've got good stuff going on here. What do we do next? I'm trying to help Corbytown. Listen, it's great. #United, do that. They're literally a team in the 7th tier of football that is made together of a bunch of people from YouTube. And they're being sponsored by their patrons on YouTube. That's what they are. I worry about you guys. Why do you worry about it? Like, it makes sense. Anyways, I have been playing Football Manager.
Yeah.
It's been fun. What I plan to do now is, because I'm going to go into the editor, and I'm going to give Corbytown a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of this is I want them chasing us.
If they're up in the same league as us.
I want this because, like, my plan is, like, I'm having fun. I have fun in the lower league stuff. I kind of did. But, like, once we start hitting league football, if I can bring you guys, like, 8 years in, Corbytown versus TGWPIS fighting it out for the top 2 spots of the Premier League.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Screw Manchester City.
And you want a proper derby.
Yeah, we want a proper derby. We want the Corby derby.
Biggest rivalry.
By the way, we drew 2,000 fans for the Corbytown derby. I'm pretty sure that's the entire, like, population of Corby showed up.
No, there's a lot more. It's growing, remember?
See, that's the problem. You know the reason why they came, right? Because the pub's closed down. They can't swear at the pub. Though we serve drinks at our stadium. But that's pretty much all I've been playing. Well, what have you got?
Okay. Well, mostly stuff on again, because it's just been one of those weeks again where, you know, stuff has happened, so I don't really focus on stuff that's outside of streaming because, you know, I've been starting to stream December, and so far for the past 7 days I have streamed at least one, which is nice. So keeping that up. I have completed Dragon Age 2, and the end story completely nullifies and voids the reason for making a choice in the first place, because you're asked to go one way or another. Yeah, and I'll say it here: mages or Templars, because they're having a squabble in the city of Eldon. Okay, so you make your choice, and the choice that I made ended up the person I sided with decided to turn against us and transform, so I had to kill him. And then after that, face the other enemy that I went against, and then he killed her. So it was like I just had this. I just had this feeling of sitting there going, "Well, yeah, that was a waste of my fucking time making that choice. What the hell was that doing that for?" So yeah, and also as Will's pointing out, at the bottom of the credits at the end of it is like product placements. I'm thinking, where the hell was a product being advertised during this? I have no idea. Also streamed Mass Effect 1 until I had a strong sense of deja vu that I did that before, like 2 weeks before. In fact, I did the exact same thing. So that little 20-minute stream, I'm not going to put on YouTube. I'm going to keep it as an exclusive for my Twitch followers, as a moment of sheer fuckery for my part. When I realized
oopsie boopsie.
Yes, part 12 that didn't need to happen. So there's that. I mean, I have played some Euro Truck Simulator 2 because there was that Beyond the Baltic Sea that came out. It's more Euro Truck. Let's be honest here. There's more jobs. It's just more countryside, you know. Well, people take the piss out of people playing it and streaming it. If you have music on, you can just chill out and just drive. Even if you can't drive in real life, just get it, get that, just drive. I mean, it's fine because it set me up for that thing for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I mean, pot calling kettle black here. I can't make fun of you for playing Euro Truck Simulator, for playing Football Manager.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing because you do management of like a trucking company. You get your home bases across Europe. You hire people, you hire trucks, buy trucks. They go off and do their jobs, and away you go. So I've set it up for New Year's Eve.
The goods won't ship itself.
Damn straight. And so I've set up New Year's Eve, and what I'm going to be doing during the day for that one is I'm going to go for Aberdeen to St. Petersburg. And it's just going to be on roads until, obviously, we have to go through the Channel Tunnel. So that's the only bit of part of map that I'm not going to be driving it. The rest of it is going to be on the road. So you're looking probably about a 5-hour stream, realistic. I did get the new tables and pinball, played those. One of the tables I got just shy of 750 million on my first attempt, which was quite nice. But then again, it's a high scoring table. And I think, let me double check here. I think that's just about it for stuff I need to really mention. Yeah, I believe it is. I mean, I did actually get to do the huge Horizon J-Dub has made up, which was nice. Got to play Golf with Friends with Last Lisa, who is a friend of the show, good about our community as well. So hello, Lisa. Played more BioShock. We're getting towards the facing Andrew Ryan.
Would you kindly go face it? And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Time for shout outs. Time for us to get the fuck out of here then. Thank you, chat. Becky!
Wow,
we gotta stick around for a minute or two. Becky's back. Hi, Becky.
Hey,
we are literally gonna stick around for like an extra couple minutes and not end the show because you showed up.
Hell yeah.
Because that's what we do.
Ironically, right, as Becky shows up, I can say that, one, we can give her a shout out, and also Special Effect, who are a great charity helping disabled people game with adapted controllers. I have started making tentative plans for Game Blast.
Okay.
Hopefully with Tom Merritt, who wants to start doing community streams and community events. And it's
when is Game Blast again?
It's late February. I know that for certain. I keep thinking it's around about the 22nd to 24th of February. Perfect. I was saying that spot on, just as Becky typed that.
I mean, it helps when you have one of the people who are intimately involved with it in the chat. I mean, as with most of these things, Will just tells me when to show up, and I do. I would like to say that I will take some credit for the other one that we just did.
Extra Life.
Extra Life.
Yeah.
I'll take a little bit of credit for that. Only because I pitched the idea of let's not murder ourselves.
But I think this Game Blast, we are going to potentially try and murder ourselves to Tom and myself. Because I say, I'm looking to go down to London and spend that weekend bit at Tom's for him doing so.
So as people were talking about, we don't like the murder. We don't murder. We murder the enemies in the game. And like Will's Toy Clarence was telling about, apparently we have merch. there is a ton of things apparently now on the store. There's the Rant Time shirt, which I'm gonna have to buy for myself. There is, and my personal favorite, how are you, me old mucker, tote bag. Like I am all in on the how are you, me old mucker tote bag. Like the hoodie is good, but like that tote bag, man, like oh,
It's inspired.
it's inspired. Like that right there.
Chill.
Murder for charity, yay? Yeah. Why not?
So, Hitman. We get the targets we play with. Well, have we? Are we sort of tempting you there, Becky? Are we tempting you with the great glorious tat?
Okay, so we won't murder. Yeah, we won't. No, we don't like murder. Okay, so only nice games.
Yes.
I'm going to revise the health and standing terms of service again. Oh God.
What have we done? We've done it again.
This is what we get. We can't. Becky, this is why Becky, like, she's like, oh, I'm going to go see how this guy's. Oh, God, they're making me have to do this again. These freaking idiots on the internet. I come there to say hi to them, and what do? They make it so I have to, change everything all over again.
We just ruin it for everyone, don't we?
That's what we do.
So other shout outs, other people in chat like Tim, like Will, like Bella the Ages who came in as well. And yeah, so everybody in chat this evening, thank you so much for joining us as always. You're awesome. And staying up painting props for my Christmas D&D one shot, and now I'm opening my work email.
Are you opening up the work email because of what we've said? Because if so, I apologize. But also, I find that quite amusing. Also, I too am starting a D&D campaign in the new year, in which I am DMing. And HQ, we have a small problem. You check out these Twitch. To whom it may concern. I mean, do I need to pull up the TGWPIS memo? We've addressed sexual harassment on the TGWPIS stream. There is a corporate memo.
It's guys, remember when we you remember when we said we'd help these people?
we might have to ban them.
But so yeah, I mean, yeah, in all seriousness, we have two charities that we get behind and try to get behind them. One of them is Special Effect, and the other Extra Life. But they're both near and dear almost.
Essentially, what we have here is we kind of, obviously since the game will play itself is a kind of both sides of the Atlantic. We like Special Effect is our UK charity, and then Extra Life is the American charity. So we do our best to support both because, we live in different countries. But that doesn't mean that we can't actually try and help each other. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Rant Time t-shirt, just thinking about what kind of style I'm going to get for myself.
And that's the thing, Tim. The closer we get, we will be asking again for people to not only dip into their time to join us, to play games with us, if the options are there, but also as well to donate if they can. But do not bankrupt yourselves.
We don't ask. We ask, but we only ask if you can.
Yeah.
Your time is valuable as well.
Let us do the silly things for your entertainment and to try and help.
Yes.
Right? That's what we're here for. This is what we're the facilitators for this. No murder, please, K. Franks.
No. Yeah. We promise there will be no murder. There will be no murder. So that means TGWPIS streams, no murdering. Pacifist only Dark Souls run for Chris. I'm calling it now.
So I can't hit them.
Clips for future. Perfect. I mean, I can just play Football Manager like for 8 hours. Or I will do the most pacifist thing ever. I will just sit in this chair. I will green screen behind me, just a fire. I will sit in a chair with a snifter and just stare at chat the entire time. Won't respond, just stare at them. Well, like, wonderful classical music plays in the background. Dude, Assassin's Creed gonna be hard. Yeah. Well, you just gotta go into your game libraries, find the game that isn't violent, and play that.
I'm trying to think how we could do this for the first sort of at least 12 hours that we're brainstorming for how that's going to work, because it's
Euro Truck Simulator. I can tell you right now. No, really, listen to this. It's Euro Truck Simulator, except you're RPing as the two truckers in the truck.
So yes, then one person takes over after a
Got to get up, like when you go to a pit stop, one guy gets up, goes out, fills the truck up, gets the snacks, while the other guys just sit there and like tunes the music and stuff. He comes and sits back in. You have snacks and stuff. He'll take over the next leg. You get to sit down. You know, like, oh, I'll sit down in here, and the other guy gets to get up and stretch his legs. It's a win-win.
Just long as we don't actually get the snacks from a petrol station, we just have to fill up.
We know TGWPIS has been very, very free. We know what the petrol station bit. There is a petrol station bit. Doesn't involve murder, but you can't find it on Tumblr either.
Yeah, that was hastily that episode.
No, it wasn't. I'm just sad we haven't talked about. We were talking about clipping back then.
Yeah, we'd have had to clip the whole show, though, wouldn't we?
We did clip the whole show. Oh my, yes, Becky. If you weren't here for that one, you'd be happy you weren't. It's not our greatest moment. Not our worst though either. You may want to cover your innocent ears for that episode. It's an earmuffs episode for sure. Like, though, I do have to appreciate last week's episode. It skirted the line, but never like went beyond PG, like 13.
We were wobbling along. It was like we were like a drunk sort of tightrope walker, like ooh.
Or like we're basically a kid standing in the doorway of somebody's room, going, "Don't come in my room!" Like, but I'm not. And you're like sticking your leg in, but you're not actually touching the floor. So does that technically constitute being in the room? Come on, you all of you had siblings. Know what I'm talking about. You all did it.
Yeah. You were all pains in the backside people.
It
to our brothers and sisters. Have we got anybody else we need to shout out?
Kim?
Yep, Kim, the patron saint of TGWPI. Chris, who's not here this week. Any guests that we've ever had on the show? John, just in case we forgot to do that.
John from last week was. All you guys send love John's way. He, you met him at whatever that Twitch thing you went to, right?
Yeah, Twitch London.
Twitch London. Yeah, Twitch London. And then it just came on the show on a whim and was a ton of fun. Just 10 out of 10. Yeah, he fit right in, got right into the groove, and it was great.
Have you only just noticed, Will, that Chris isn't here?
Chris isn't here? What? Is it bad that I want to give like all my like Christmas presents of just like the rant time shirt to like all my family? What's this? It's fine.
You're very welcome, Becky.
Becky,
so
always happy.
No problem at all.
Hopefully this helped you get to sleep. We wouldn't blame you if it did. If anything, we're doing a service. Coming next week, the ASMR stream.
Me for blowing out birthday candles on cakes I couldn't eat. That's harsh.
Yeah,
that really is harsh. And your very special birthday cards, Gary. Because as we all know, Gary, you are a princess.
Oh boy! All right, so This has been the Game Will Play Itself podcast. Next week, enjoy the Game of the Year picks and specials. The week after, story time with James on how I got my drinking nickname, and the TGWPIS holiday special, followed by the TGWPIS New Year's special. So basically, we're just having special podcasts at the end of the week. Why? Because it's December. Everything wraps up. Next week is also episode 25, so we are halfway through the year already. Have we already taken one vacation? 1 week?
No.
No?
No, we haven't. We talked about it. There was one I couldn't be on, but
we still did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so obviously we do 50 shows a year. We're at episode 25. We'll probably take a week or two off. That being said, we've gotten pretty good about generating content for you guys to have regardless. So next week, podcast, be there. It'll be interesting for sure. Trust me. I may know a few things. If we get the guests that we want, it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of soothing, deep-toned voices.
Remember, if you do want to be on the show, give us a shout. We'll see whether we can fit you in.
Yeah.
Because we like guests. We love having guests on the show.
Wait, there's meant to be content? Yeah, we try. We definitely try. Also, once again, just in case you didn't see it last time, I gotta find the window for it. Is that it? Bang. Nope, that's not it. That's Will Twice. Shirts, merch, things. I'm not saying buy it, but you may want to look at it. It's kind of cool. Stuff. Thank you all for showing up.
Flashing stuff.
I'm not saying buy, but it is the holidays, and there's stuff.
You're saying buy, not buy.
I'm not saying buy, but I'm saying buy. And like we've done the last couple of days. Okay, it's time to go now. Okay, das vidanya. Bye bye now. Have a great day.